Hello everybody, welcome to ReefyAF Tank Tours. Today we've got a nice tour from Scooby's Reef, who I found out today, his name is Alberto. Welcome Alberto to ReefyAF to begin with, and thank you for giving us a tour of your system in advance. So take it away.
It's my pleasure. So reefing career started as an absolute kind of mistake. Went to a friend's house, he was moving home, had a fluval Evo. So I thought, oh, fuck it, I'll take it. Anyway, got home, no idea what the fuck I was doing. Then I kind of, then I, to be honest, my whole life kind of just revolved around on YouTube videos. Luckily, he kind of sold everything to me, and he was always there to kind of, help if I had any questions. And goddamn, I had loads of questions. Very quickly kind of just got away from that small tank. Thought it was, I don't know, I just wanted all the fish in the world, and I kept getting told, "No, fish, tank's too small, tank's too small." So then I kind of moved to the Red Sea Reefer 200 XL. That went well. I think I got dinos about 6 times in the space of 2 years, and I just couldn't really work out where I was going wrong. But to be honest, I'll take my hands up. I was never testing phosphates or nitrates. And when someone actually recommended to do it, they were all 0. I was scared to feed my fish too much, just in case, you start getting algae blooms or anything like that. So I tried to stay away from it. So with all due respect, tank was just suffering. So, and then, to be honest, it's just kind of down the line. I kind of started bumping into people like Sean, bumped into him loads of times in the shop and just took loads of advice. Locally to where I live, there's a guy called Dan, runs, he's got his own little coral farm. And to be honest, he was a blessing in disguise. It's kind of just started advising, and you kind of just start soaking it all in. And then I got this little beast behind me, which I think is the same as yours, Ron, the 300 XL.
Ah, nice. Yeah. Great time.
Then I thought, I kind of just started fresh, to be honest. I ordered a brand new scape. I've always wanted the whole bonsai tree look. So I kind of had one of those created and kind of just started from there. And then I thought, I'm not going to go down the softies. I just want SPS and nothing but SPS. So then I started. And to be honest, they started growing really well. And then once again, I got dinos, even though my nutrients hadn't bottomed out. It took me about 6 months to kind of get rid of it. Then everything kind of just started growing again. And then, when we all get told never buy any impulse buys, I went to visit a friend and went into a shop, and they had some sea urchins. And I've always played at the thought of owning one. So he had a Red Sea, was it fire urchin? It was jet red, and he had these amazing looking blue lines going all down his body. And I thought, wow, this thing's amazing. So anyway, took it home. And the first thing he said to me is, don't touch it. Fair enough. So then I got home, got my little 2-year-old running around the house, couldn't find my net. So I thought, fuck it, just put my hand in the bag. And scooped it into the tank. As I scooped it, and the little man bumped into me, he kind of pierced my hand. So I thought nothing of it. Anyway, put him in, went and sat in the living room. About half an hour later, the missus looks at me and she says, "Are you okay?" "Yeah, I'm perfectly fine. Why?" I had all sweat dripping down my face. And I honestly felt, at one point, I felt like I just run a marathon. Some serious heart palpitations. And I called the guy that sold me the urchin, and I said, "But is there anything I should know about this?" He's like, "Yeah, the fuckers are poisonous." So that was an evening at the hospital, kind of getting an injection to kind of take some of that poison away. So if anyone out there is thinking of getting a Red Sea urchin, don't bother. Don't do it.
So it sounds like they gave you a little bit of a heads up that don't go.
No. The minimum.
Don't touch it doesn't really mean, to me, it means touch it.
Okay.
But as I kind of got over this whole don't touch thing and poisoning, so left him in my tank. About 2 weeks later, I started noticing loads of kind of die off on my SPS. I had this amazable Gonny that I took me forever to grow. One day it was kind of half just pure white, nothing else was there. Had a chalice, a jelly bean chalice, all white. And then I thought, well, maybe my lights are too strong. Turned the lights down a bit. And every other day, there was something dead, something dead. One day I don't know what to change. And then I thought, I'm going to sit back and just watch what's going on here. And then I noticed that stupid fucking urchin was eating my corals. He literally obliterated my gonny in the space of about 15 minutes. So I said to the missus, there's two options here. I'm gonna flush it. I'm gonna take him back to the shop. So she made me feel guilty enough not to flush it. So then took him back to the shop and told him he was reef safe, that he should sell it to someone else.
I mean, it sounds like it was an epic purchase, start to finish.
It was, and what hurts the most is he ate all my prized corals, and the shit that I don't really want in my tank just stayed there. So, I've got this barley slimer that I'd give anything just to give it away, and he just didn't even touch it. The fucker had expensive taste. But with this here, to be honest, I've tried to keep it as cheap as possible. And look, the boot of my car at night all stays there until the missus goes to sleep. And all of a sudden I have to put the rubbish out and everything gets pumped up the stairs into the cupboard. Do you know what? It started when I owned the Fluval Evo. She bought me the AI, is it the AI Prime? The tiny little one?
Do we like, yeah.
Yeah.
Until today, she still thinks I own the AI Prime, but I've put a casing to make it look bigger.
Oh, wow. You could get away with a lot with your...
I don't know if she believes me or she's just following the story, because the light is 10 times bigger than the AI Prime, but she still thinks I still own that same light.
This goes in your favor, to be fair.
It does. But
I didn't hear that. I did not hear any of that.
Well, sorry.
No, it's sorry.
No,
Alberto.
you're not. No, you're not. You fucking liar.
I'm just following the way I speak to the missus.
Uh-huh.
Sorry.
Okay.
I've learned not to argue. I just apologize, and even if I'm right or wrong, it's just the best thing to say.
Just
Just
say
Well,
sorry.
the learning not to argue part is great, but making us sound like we're idiots, that's where you took a wrong step.
Pretty good.
Don't look, because she's a woman. Even if she was a man, I'd have still lied.
Okay. All right.
So
Continue.
rest assured, it's nothing to do with her being a female. But
It's okay.
She's either gullible or she knows I'm just talking shit, and she's just letting me ride that wave. When I found out,
She's letting you dig your own hole. That's what I call that.
Oh no, I've got a separate Monzo account that she doesn't know of. That's where everything comes out of.
Oh my
Sorry.
gosh.
And I don't even feel guilty by saying this because I know she would never watch this. So,
All right.
the
Well,
Monzo
you say
is
that.
What's her name?
Belma.
Yeah. All right. I forgive you.
I'm super grateful. Thank you.
Mhm.
I can tell Alberto really gives a fuck.
Yeah.
It's just my face. I can't change the expression. I always look like this. Sorry, I do care. I do. I promise.
Uh-huh.
After this, I'm gonna go and tell her the whole truth and nothing but the truth.
Nice knowing you.
Okay.
Fucking not.
Good luck with that.
live.
Yeah, let's do it live.
Yeah, that's the next tank tour.
Yeah, that
it's just
pans out.
nothing in there. It's just empty.
Just a
Dead
coffin.
skeletons.
Dead body.
But I don't think I could ever, to be honest, I don't think she would ever let me get a bigger tank, and she's already said no. So this, unfortunately, is the biggest I can ever go. But I'm loving every bit of it. To be honest, I do try and save money where money can be saved. All my equipment, to be honest, everything's used. Facebook Marketplace is literally my best friend. No, I'm just to be honest, I'm just completely in love with the hobby. I keep telling myself I'm not going to buy corals. If you ask Christian from Signature Frags, will tell you that I've never bought anything from him, or a couple of days ago.
Yeah.
But it's just a really fascinating kind of hobby, and I kind of love everything about it.
Was the Red Sea tank behind you, was that second hand or did you buy
No,
it?
that was brand new. I walked into a shop one day. I didn't tell the missus, and you know what I did? I came home. I genuinely I put the deposit down because they told me it was going to take 5 weeks. I got home and I turned up my MP10s.
Oh, to make them
And
really noisy.
she kept going. No, she kept water kept splashing on the floor. She'd come into the living room like, your fucking tank's leaking again. So I'd go over there and dry up the floor. And one day she said, enough's enough. Something needs to change.
Oh, you
funny.
cheeky sausage.
Yeah.
It's funny you say
That's next
that,
level, isn't it? Yeah.
Listen, you've got to do what you got to do. And once again, it's not because she's a woman. So I had to do what I had to do to get this tank here.
Is that your only tank? Is that the first one of that?
Oh, listen, she
This will
loves
be
me
a
to
lie
death.
as well. Watch this.
No. She loves me to death, but she wouldn't even allow me to get a quarantine tank. She said no. There's one and nothing else. So no, there's definitely no more tanks in this house.
And that's the original tank. It's not been replaced, Ron. And
Fuck's sake. Yeah, I'm on my third one, Alberto from Red Sea.
Look, they gave me a 5-year warranty. If you know the gods are going to hear this, aren't they? And it's going to start leaking soon. But up until today, touch wood, there are no leaks.
The tank tour gods.
Mine has never leaked either. It's just that, well, I mean, the first one, the seal was genuinely, it was going. The second one, it was just the armoured seal was starting to peel, not the silicon seal.
Oh, okay.
But they still replaced it. So, yeah, I'm very grateful.
Well, everyone does slag them off, but every time I've had an issue with anything to do with Red Sea, they are super on it.
I agree. Yeah.
What if you just tell your missus that you learned how to stretch the glass and make it a bigger tank?
It's the same tank.
You could, Jordan.
You know what? You see where it is? I can't actually, I have to literally squeeze my fat self through that gap to get to the bathroom. So I can't physically squeeze that glass any further than what it is. So
if you want a quarantine tank, maybe you just learned how to breed glass aquariums, and it just spit out a baby tank.
This little section here is dying for kind of an anemone tank.
Yeah, I think
dying
so.
For it.
Right next to that trident.
Definitely get a peninsula in there.
Maybe I'll wait for Valentine's Day.
It sounds like you just need a new wife.
Oh my
I know.
God.
Do you know what? She's an amazing woman. She truly and utterly is. But she just knows what she wants and she doesn't want. And she
Alberto, she's not going to watch this.
Tank.
It's okay.
She's not. But you know, I genuinely, and you know what? From the bottom of my heart, I've always respected women to a point where I can't.
To a point.
To a point I can't actually explain.
You've done so well then.
I think we surpassed. I think we passed
You're
that
doing
point
so well.
like a while
I genuinely
ago.
mean that. And
To a point.
2 years ago, she gave birth to my little man. And my opinion of women kind of changed to a different complete. It's gone up to space. I have to give her all the respect she deserves because I couldn't do fucking half the shit she was doing.
Where is this tank all going?
That's a divorce, I think.
Well, we're not even fucking married, so tell her to. I'll happily go somewhere else and get a bigger tank.
Oh, you're not even married?
Jesus Christ almighty.
I don't mean that. I love you. No.
This is fucking nutty, by the way.
I think you meant it.
Definitely.
I genuinely don't mean that. It's just a joke. I promise.
Whatever I said, I don't mean.
Yeah. You know what they say? It's easier to ask for forgiveness than to ask for permission, right?
So I think
No.
I think we'll just move on. So you're happy with this tank and this system, but there's no upgrades in your near future, you're saying?
The problem is I live in a block of flats.
Never say never.
We have the top floor and everything is kind of eaved. So it's really fucking shit position that I can't actually get. I looked at the 525, and rest assured I did when I was buying this, but it literally wouldn't fit in my house.
I mean, you've
'Cause no-
clearly calculated where the tank is, though, because even the height of the light is
Ah.
controlled by that angle.
Yes, sir. And do you know what? As much as she hates my tank, she's the one that gave me the idea of to actually put it here, and she leveled it all out with me. So she doesn't hate it as much as she does.
Yeah.
But it literally fits like a glove. And there was, as much as I'd love to, I can't actually see me being able to go any bigger. So I'm just gonna have to just be happy with what I got.
Grow it
Even
out and
house.
just reset it now and again. That's what I would do.
Agreed. But do you know what? The rate, when you sit at home and you watch these kind of American videos where, for example, Coral Euphoria, and when as much as I love listening to his videos, everything kind of grows super fast, and in my tank, it doesn't really grow super fast. So it doesn't, like, the rate of this growth, it doesn't look like it's going to outgrow anytime soon.
Yeah, that only happens in America. The corals just
It's in the air.
yeah, it's special.
So sitting
that
here,
chunk pump.
do you want to go through some of your equipment and Alberto? Because I'm sitting here looking at your light, and it looks like the light is quite concentrated only directly below the light.
So I have an Orphic icon and 2 light bars right after it,
Okay.
burning the shit out of my corals. So let me just turn this camera around and ooh. So that's my baby right here. What I think I might do, I might just turn the lights a bit white so you guys can kind of just see what, rather than being blasted with blue lights.
Yeah. Unless you've got one of those little filters for your phone.
Oh, I'll tell you what, I've got a better one. See, I'm not that posh. I'll use these glasses.
Oh, we've had a few of them.
Yes, please. So that's the tank here.
Looks good.
That's beautiful.
It's
Nice, yeah.
I try my best.
Oh,
This little
eagle.
fucker right here is not helping with my. Well, do you know what? Everyone told me not to get one, and as I said, I do the opposite of what I get told to do.
Don't get a shark.
I ordered one yesterday.
Don't get a bigger tank.
I'm joking.
Don't get divorced.
But that's not going to happen because we're not married.
Yeah.
But to be honest, this tank was covered with zoas, and they were starting to piss me off because they were taking over all my rock work. And I think
How'd they taste?
He says they tasted good. He literally cleaned them out in the space of about 5 days. There were no zoas left.
The Regal?
The Regal, yes. He literally he wouldn't even eat food. All he was interested in was the zoas.
That's a selling point.
It is a selling point.
Why do you go out and buy a Regal?
So that's the tank here. On the side, I built this little swanky cabinet with all my controllers in and all this shit that I accumulate over the time.
It's very neat and tidy.
I've got an OCD. I can't deal with mess.
Oh, for fuck's
And
sake.
it also didn't help that this morning I made sure I tidied it all up so it didn't look like a shithole. That also helped.
Glamorous.
I
I
heard
think
Rob
you might
was
be related
impressed
to
with it.
Ron.
But I tried. Do you know what? I tried to. It's a bit like when you lie to the public because everyone looks at this here, and everyone thinks, "Oh, this looks really nice." And then if you looked behind here, it's
When
an
you lie to your
absolute
wife.
fucking cable mess back there. I refuse to ever go back there and do anything towards that. It's just going to stay there. I don't really care.
Is that off the floor or is that all on the floor?
The cables are all on the floor. Yes, sir.
Oh,
So if I ever get a leak, I'll let you know how I get on.
Oh, I thought you had a leak already.
Nah. That was the 200 XL, not this one.
you're in her
Okay.
you are in her crosshairs.
Oh,
and
yeah.
she is just
Sounds
taking
like it. You've
aim
not
at
taken that
everything
well.
you say.
Wow. I'll make sure the missus is never at home when you're around.
Okay.
If
I
you're on
don't
this
think
chat,
I'll ever
I'm
be there,
literally
but
mute.
yeah, yeah.
No, I'd rather not go down that route if I'm going to be honest.
Make sure the missus is not around.
Yes,
when
let's be
you're-
honest, because
Listen, honesty does not always get you to the right place in life. Just remember that.
Oh,
And
okay.
if they told you it does, they're lying to you. That's
Okay, all
my
right.
that's my sump here.
Glamorous.
Nice.
Glam.
Do you know what? There isn't a lot in there. I try to keep it as basic as I can. There's just a filter roller and a skimmer. That's it. And this shit doesn't work. I just can't be bothered to take it out.
What's
Like the
What
thought
is-
of going
What
to
is
the
that?
back and find this is a reactor. Kind of,
Yeah, what's in it? Anything?
it's completely empty. So I took all the everything that was inside. I just left it because I can't be bothered to look for the wire on behind that cabinet. So fuck it, it's just staying there.
You've written it off.
I can't even be bothered with it, to be honest.
Just more real estate for beneficial bacteria. It's all fine.
Is there any? Is the pump going? Is water going through it?
No. It's completely dead. The pump won't even turn on.
Oh, it's just sitting there.
Just cut the cable with scissors. Fuck it.
That's true.
Yeah,
God,
get it out,
even-
yeah.
Well, it pumps up leaching shit.
Maybe
into
unplug
water.
it first.
Yeah, no, I've already turned off the apex, so it's definitely no current coming through. It's just I just can't. I went there the other day to find a magnet that fell down the back of the tank, and I spent hours back there trying to find this. I thought I can't. I'm just going to pretend it doesn't exist. We'll leave it as that.
You're blind to it.
100%. But I try to keep it as tidy as I can. If I'm going to be honest, I do give the sump a clean about every other month. Try and kind of vacuum it.
Is that the max spec bio balls?
They are, sir. There's some there, and there's a bag under there full of them.
Yeah, really good. And I see you're dosing.
Yes, sir.
Are they your DIY dosing containers?
Yeah, I saw it. Once again, there was an American YouTuber, and they did it. And I thought, why would I want to spend all that money? So I went to Waitrose, bought 5 bottles of Voss water for, what, £2 each? Just drilled the hole through the top and made it.
They look really good.
No, they're nice and clean. I wrapped it with black tape, so just in case the cabinet stays open so it doesn't affect the liquids. But no, all nice and clean.
And what are
Just
you
how I like
dosing in those then?
21 had no pox in it.
Modern reef. No pox in this house.
How do you know when they're low?
Yeah, I was just thinking that.
I rely on technology, and if Red Sea tells me there's 300 mil left, I'm gonna trust it.
So you can tell the ReefyAF how much is in it, and then as it doses, it just
100%. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I ask it to let me know 10 days before it's due to run out, and then it kind of just starts flashing at you, telling you that it's running out.
Yeah.
So
Was somebody just having issues with that? Was it Matt? Maybe not. Anyway, maybe same guy.
I think I've owned this for about what, 2.5, 3 years. The doser, and it was used, and I've never had any issues with it.
So what are you dosing in there? Sorry, did you say?
Modern Reef, is it the RSK?
Okay.
The 4-part dosing.
Okay.
So when I had my 200 XL, I used to dose Modern Reef, and I tried to save a penny, and someone recommended to go to Oceano. Don't know if anyone's ever heard of it.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I had the worst experience ever. Everything started dying. Nothing was getting used to it. And then I thought, hold on, I've done this to save money, and I'm spending more money in the end. So I just fucked it off and replaced it back. And I've never looked back since, to be honest. Everything looks colorful. The only thing I don't like is I try to kind of, the minimum that I can do for this tank, the happier it makes me. So apart from there are 2 bottles that you have to kind of drop into the tank every day before the lights turn on. That drives me nuts because I wish I didn't have to do that. But that's the only thing that annoys me about that 4-part dosing. But apart from that, I've got no complaints.
So
I love it.
What are those 4 elements in those bottles in?
There are, so the first 2 are KH, one's mag, and one's calcium. But they kind of make you, so the way they explain for you to do it, do KH1 first, then calcium, KH2, and then magnesium.
It's one trace thing.
All traces are in there. Well, I sent Modern Reef an email because every time I sent out for an ICP, all my traces seem to come low. And he kind of told me, look, just those ones that are coming up, don't worry about it. Just keep doing what you're doing. And obviously, I don't do what I'm told.
Don't worry about it.
So I went and got the, the A plus, is it A minus K plus?
Yeah.
The Tropic Marin. So what I do, I just dose 1 ml of each rather than following instruction. And my last 2 ICPs have been kind of spot on. So I've just kept it as that until I get told otherwise. But for now, it's just going to stay that way.
So what have you got in here for flow?
So I've got 2 MP40s and an AI, what is it? Orbit 4. So when my flow reaches about 70%, my fish can't even swim in there. But my SPS are happy. That's all I care about.
I think the onion thinks you can crank it up.
Yeah. Do it live.
Oh no, please don't.
I can't. The only thing that winds me up about it, because at one point I had it at 80%, and my sand was just blowing everywhere, and I tried to stay away from that. So I just, you know what, sand's not blowing around. I'm going to leave it as that. When I look at my polyps, everything is
all around. It was
that?
He cranked it. Was it 85%?
He cranked it to 80. Sand didn't budge.
Yeah.
Really?
Bizarre.
Yeah, he cranked it to 80. It looked like there was no flow on the sand. The fish looked
What,
like
100
wrappers
though,
blowing
didn't
in the wind, but the fucking sand stayed still.
No. Even now, I can. As you can see, look here, he's starting to get little kind of gaps in the sand, and that's no, I can't deal with that.
What's that anal we're looking at front and center?
What's that?
No, the butthole on the glass.
Oh, yeah, there you go. It's a tuxedo.
Right
I don't know.
in the middle.
He's looking for limelight.
It's
Tell you
right.
what,
To
though.
gym, everything looks like a butthole.
Yeah.
Every reef needs one of these, though. He is a worker. He works harder than my tang. He really, really does. It's as soon as any kind of greenery appears, he literally just mows it down.
And he doesn't try and kill you?
Yeah.
Oh no, this one's okay. I've handled him a couple of times. He's a friendly.
Try and eat them? Don't eat them.
Well, there are people that eat urchins. I don't know if it's these ones you can eat, but maybe when he gets big enough, I might try it.
Yeah, got a name for those people.
Yeah.
Ron.
So before you go further, I have a question. So you're dosing those 4 things, and then do you have to dose A and K by hand daily?
I do.
Wow.
So what I do when I dose the kind of Modern Reef's version of coral food every morning, I just drop the A and K.
Yeah.
Just
Like
2 birds,
Maybe
1
you
stone.
could, can you ask them if you could add the A and the K into their own mixes? You could ask them, I guess.
Yeah, that's a good question. Never actually thought of that. But then, see, part of me, I got told by a local reef shop the other day I shouldn't tamper with things that don't need to be tampered with. But I'm really intrigued by this NIOS. Is it Ion B?
Yeah.
Silence.
Yeah.
The reason why I'm intrigued, it's only 2 bottles. I could use the other 2 for my A and K. But
Is
I'm
it
going to
2
wait
bottles
for
then?
people
I
to
thought
start
it was
using it.
2
No,
bottles.
It's 2 bottles. Yeah.
648 extra bottles.
No, it is 2 bottles. It's alchem, calcium, and mag, and then you've got your traces. You have to dose. There is 4 bottles.
I thought you mixed those 4 bottles. The trace bottles. I thought you actually mixed them into the main 2.
Yeah, that's what I thought as well.
Yeah.
Dose all.
Well, I'm going to wait until people use it first and see what kind of reaction it gets before I start getting myself into more shit. I've had enough shit for a lifetime in this tank. But apart from that, everyone's happy, to be honest. My I think everything looks. Every other day, I look at the tips of my acros, and you can see kind of growth on them. So they seem to be happy. If they're happy, I'm happy.
So what have you got in there then, Alberto?
Do you know what? I can't even tell you names. All I know is this bright yellow one right here arrived from Signature Frags last week. That Pikachu's looking really nice. This is meant to be a Pinky the Bear. Doesn't look very pink. It just looks green. But the polyps are out. I guess something's happy.
It's very pretty.
It's, to be honest with you, I don't really buy them by names. I look at the color and think, ooh, colorful. And then it gets to my tank and they lose that beautiful color and they just will turn green, as you can see.
I used to try and keep a track of every coral name and then track it with numbered frag plugs and all sorts of stuff. And
really?
Yeah, I don't do any of that now.
Oh, but this looks like a fucking barley slimer. This is the only thing that grows in my tank. This was the size of that Pikachu 7 months ago, and look at the state of that. It just
that's going to be a problem.
Well, it was a problem this morning. I was trying to clean the glass so I can impress you guys. Fucking hit it. Now I've had to use rubber bands to kind of keep it there because otherwise, so I'm kind of halfway there losing it. So I might as well just.
Oh, so did you move the whole thing? 'Cause I was about to say that the growth tips are all going in one specific direction.
Yes. So
migrating.
Yeah, moving somewhere else. Going to America. So I'd say 90% of it is SPS. I've got 2 chalices and 1 gonny, and that's as far as I'm going to go. I've never been into the kind of whole swaying things around. I think it's the challenge of keeping SPS that keeps me going, if I'm going to be honest.
What's in the back corners?
Nothing, sir. Just algae. And I've attached. I've attached So I kind of gave that a little trim the other day, and then I thought, oh, it'd be quite nice if it took over the whole back panel of my tank. Whether it's a good idea or not, I'll kind of let you guys know.
What is it?
It's a GSP.
When it's over your wear, you'll be going, what the fuck did I do?
I know, but the only thing I can think of, when he gets to the top bit, I can just use just a blade, and it kind of just, I'm assuming it comes off quite easily. And if it doesn't, I'll drain the tank and scrape it out.
Just get a new tank.
Yeah.
Sounds like a lot of work, that.
What are these frags sitting on? Like, what are these colonies sitting on the bottom? Like, they look like they're almost up on a pedestal.
So when I had this created, it's 3D reefing in the UK. They do these little. So basically, what you do is they made all these frag holes, and they've got these plugs that twist. So if I wanted to move any of these coils around, I just untwist it and plug it somewhere else. I don't have to re-glue them again. It just literally physically twists off.
And the ones on the sand bed?
They're on top of, once again, they create the exact same thing. So it's kind of a plastic stand and it kind of spins off. So you just untwist it and you can just move it up to the top.
That's really cool.
No, it is. I was super impressed. It kind of...
Your sand is so flat. Like, you have no bottom dwellers that
I do. He gets beaten up. He hides in there somewhere. There's a chalk goby. Mm-hmm. And then I've got a sand sifting starfish somewhere. I haven't seen him in weeks, but I'm assuming he's still alive. But that's all I have. And I've got this little man here. Sorry. Can't say he doesn't work hard enough, because he does. But what I tend to do is I hate, as you can, when you look at the video, you can see all the patches on my sand, and that really bugs me. So every other week, Modern Reef do this. It's kind of a full product. It's a bit like, do you remember that coral snow that everyone kind of keeps using? It's a bit like that. It's quite chalky, but then they've got all of these add-ons with bacteria and stuff that you mix in a bottle, leave it for a couple of hours, and then dose your tank. So I've started doing that, and to be honest, it does help with the colouring of the sand. It's just a faff. But yeah, apart from that, I've got down the side of the tank. That's where my ATO is. Takes up 25 litres of water. it's all connected to my Red Sea ATO, and it kind of just all works nicely, to be honest. And this is the light that I was. So that's what you can see here.
What are the species of corals you have on top of your tank?
Terrestrial corals.
This is my graveyard.
I've never seen somebody do that.
That's what I should ever look at every time that I want to swap over from modern reef to something else. Is that's what happens. Shit happens.
Constant reminder.
It is a constant reminder. I've actually glued it to the wear cover, so I can never forget. It's there permanently. And to be honest, if there was one thing I could change about this tank, and I'm still trying to kind of, do I do it, do I not? It's this horrible net. I really want to order an acrylic one, but I can't justify that just yet.
Is it too far to say Steve's got a bookcase full of white corals?
Do you, Steve?
The Steve in the chat.
I have several bookcases.
I have seen your videos. It happens to the best of us, unfortunately. This hobby is cruel.
It happened to me too.
Oh, sorry. But hopefully...
that was a joke about not being the best of us. Sorry, that went really flat, didn't it?
Sorry. Just like my sand.
Brilliant.
So par wise, I think the last time I checked my par in this tank, the back ones, I think they're getting 600 par.
Whoa!
I know. They love it. Look at them. How happy they are.
What are you using to measure that, Alberto?
Once again, that guy Dan that I mentioned earlier that runs Collective Corals, he gave me his one to use. I can't actually tell you what brand it is, but it's got like a long stick that you attach the filter to the bottom.
Apogee, probably.
Maybe. And so the last time I measured the par was about a month and a half ago. And yeah, those back ones are getting 600. And this green one here, I think it's getting like 520. But if you think about it, both of these light bars are on 100%, just blasting the shit out of these corals. And I think
they're quite high though. I mean, that's an impressive amount of par for that.
Do you know what? When I first done a bit of research on this light, and bear in mind the main light itself runs on, I think it's 45%. If I crank this light up to 100%, I think everything would turn white in here. It's a super powerful light. I don't think it gets enough credit, if I'm going to be honest. It's not as fancy as yours, Ron, but hey ho, can't all afford.
Are we still talking about the AI Prime?
Yeah, they're amazing. They're so cheap and give you so much power.
Okay, all right.
And they grow on their own.
Yeah, you can
And
stretch
they
them out.
But no, definitely don't get enough kind of limelight. They were a pain to fucking order because you have to order them from the States. You can't actually buy them here. But apart from that, I love them. No, I can't. I've got no complaints, if I'm going to be honest. I don't think I would. I had the XR30s before. I wouldn't trade it back. I definitely wouldn't.
That's interesting.
That says a lot.
Yeah, to be honest, it would have taken me 2 XR30s to cover this tank. And this light, brand new, cost me, what, 600? Plus taxes. I think the taxes were a bit of a pain, but minus the taxes, I think it's a good light for what you get. And it literally, if you look at it, it covers the whole length of the tank. But I've only added those strip lights because I owned them before, so I thought, fuck it, just leave them there. Can't argue with light.
So did you say what salt you're using, Alberto?
I am currently using, what am I using? Fauna Marin. I
have. Is that called like mere salts or so? I can't remember the name of it.
It's hiding in a cupboard somewhere. Here it is.
I don't know anyone else that uses that.
Do you not? Good salt. Super clean.
One-arm Reefer does.
Well,
No, he doesn't.
He
Does
uses the one above it.
Aquaforest.
That shit. There's nothing in there. There's sand
Right.
in there.
Right.
But I have used that a couple of times, and I tell you what, it's
Said it was shit, didn't you?
no. I think it's a really good. It mixes really clean. No, I just thought the thing is, if you buy this Fauna Marin one, it costs what, £70 for 25 kilos, and they give you a free ICP test. To be honest, the ICP test is 30 quid. So it kind of just makes sense. It mixes just like the Tropic Marin Pro. It literally within 10 minutes, it's nice and clean. This, if anyone owns this or doesn't, this is a great piece of kit. This makes my life so much easier.
Is that your RO?
It is, sir. It is. It's just simple. You know, the missus, every time I used to make RO, she used to make such a faff. It's all plugged up. Just get a container next to it. Who will fucking have them? Who will have them? But no, apart from that, I think, yeah, tanks. Yeah, if you're looking at the fish wise, obviously you've got a little friend Regal. And before the tank police start attacking me, Purple's going back to the shop. I found a nice little home for him to go to because he is outgrowing his tank.
Ron's got Achilles in that size of tank, so I wouldn't worry too much about it.
No, he doesn't.
No, I don't.
Did.
I used
Jordan,
to.
you've been gone a long time.
He has not been in that tank for a long time.
I'm just speaking past tense here.
Jordan, did you actually put an Achilles in your tank?
No, I did have one in my Red Sea 300. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I had it in there for about a year. And then there was one day I just literally looked at the tank and went, too big, took him straight out and stuck him in the big coral flat.
I found a local guy in Kent that's got a massive tank, and he's gonna try and come and catch him next week and just take him back. It's not fair on him. And to be honest, every time I put a fish in his tank, he absolutely makes their life hell. So
someone's gonna try and net the purple out of that SPS tank.
I'm gonna leave him in here, and I'm gonna leave the house.
Yeah.
And tell him to call me once it's done, because I wouldn't even want to see what he's gonna fucking do to my tank.
Yeah.
But we'll see.
He's gonna fuck it up.
Yes, he is. It's okay. He's got enough money. He can start. I'll start tripling the price of the corals, so you can start paying them back.
Why don't you just use a NIOSH trap? Is it too big?
Yeah, bubble trap.
He might fit into the large NIOSH trap. He's not.
You'll have a lot of frags after.
Yeah.
Right side, right?
Agreed. So you've got him. I've got this wrasse here. I'm not sure what its name is. It's just a
Naco wrasse, isn't it?
Yes, the one that kind of just nosedives.
Or a wrasse?
It's a wrasse.
Rasp.
Yeah. Can shank for some wood with it.
Then you've got a little friend, Flame at the back. To be honest, he's never given me any grief. I think he was one of the first fish I owned. He's been with me for what, 5 years?
Such gorgeous fish.
Yeah.
He is really pretty. But I've seen or I've read some absolute nightmares. Touch wood. Then I've got my little 2 storm clowns.
I really like those. Those look really nice.
They are nice. I had the one at the back. She was coupled up with an orange storm one, because I had a black and an orange one. And one morning I woke up and he thought the grass was greener on the other side. Motherfucker learned the hard way. So I had to go and buy a little companion for him or for her. But he's been here for 2 weeks, and he seems to be doing well. She's not really bullied him that much. See, typical women, always bullying men around.
You're a fucking brave man. I'll tell you.
She's not home. She'll never know this. I'll deny it.
It's fucking on YouTube.
Do you know what? My missus, she would bleach my tank if she had the opportunity to do so. So
I'm about to come bleach your fucking tank.
Please don't. It cost me a lot of money to get this here.
Hmm.
You think it just sucks so bad living with that female clown that he just decided to jump out of the tank and hope there's some water on the other side?
Do you know how many times I've
relationship
looked out the
outside the
window and
tank.
thought it's easier just to jump out the window? So I understand what it's like.
Well, you're still here.
Well, it's crossed my mind a couple of times, I promise you. It's my little man that keeps me here. Otherwise, I don't know if I'd still be around.
Is that a nickname for something, is it? Or
Well, I'm thinking that your penis.
No,
Yep.
Beth's going to come around and open the window for you in a minute.
And remove your wee man.
And then push.
I'm going to
push you.
teach you how to jump out the window.
Well, yeah. No, I shouldn't really slay her that much because she's not.
No, you really shouldn't. You really shouldn't. But it's a little late for that.
I'm just trying to get all boyish. I'm just trying to be boyish. That's all I am. I'm really kind of really soft at heart.
You're really endearing some people to you.
I'm pretending like I wear the pants, and I really don't.
Well, you can wear the pants, but I have a feeling she tells you what pants to wear.
Her pants.
And
right?
belts.
yeah, kinky sex games.
I get a funny kind of mob mentality feeling at the moment. Have you ever considered using ABC reagents for your trident?
I have, and the reason why I haven't done it is because I can't find anyone to share the cost with. I'd rather not do it, to be sincerely honest, and just take that massive
I'll chip in a
hit.
fiver and we'll go half each. How's that sound?
Oh, that sounds amazing. Send me your address. A couple of months back, I saw a deal online where they were selling them for half price. So I did manage to get a 6-month pack for, I think it was £80. It said they have to be used by March 2025. So I think I've got 1 box left. So it's kind of saved me a bit of money.
This is the Neptune ones, not ABC.
It's no, it's the Neptune ones.
Yeah, okay.
Get back to where it belongs. But no, and I've got a trident. So the trident, I bought it from someone on eBay. I think I gave him 450 quid for that, and the actual main. But I bought the whole system for £450.
Oh, so an actual Neptune system with a trident. Oh, that's not bad.
That's a good deal.
And it's the Pro one as well, the new A3 one.
Oh,
I know.
Holy shit!
Yeah, no, I think he fell out of love with it. He wanted to just get rid. And it's people like that I need around me. I think it makes our reefing hobby a lot more.
Life is so much easier when you're around people you
when
can
somebody
prey
else
on.
is in trouble.
This is the wrong group. We got a bunch of addicts.
Yeah.
He's going fucking Discord to Discord trying to find a bunch of reefers that want to quit.
Yeah.
That's my kind of group.
But 100% it is. You know, they will give you the whole tank set up for a couple £100. No, it's fine. But it's the only thing I don't like about it, and I don't know if anyone here can help. So my return pump is the Vectra M2, and at least twice a day I hear everything just resets, and it's only the pump that actually resets from the actual, the extension plugs.
That's weird. And that's a massive pump for that tank.
Yes, sir. Only the best.
It kind of trips and resets, you mean?
Yeah, it literally just trips, but it happens about 3 times a day.
Right, hold on.
You can hear the actual click.
Is it plugged
That's your wife.
Is it plugged
your wife is
into
messing with your electricity.
Oh, Jesus. Is it plugged into your Apex power bar?
Yes, it is. Yes. Directly to the power bar, yeah.
It's the outlet on the power bar that's resetting. It's not your Ecotech. That's an Apex problem. I had that years ago.
Oh, really?
Yep.
Yeah. It's probably just a socket on the energy bar.
Yeah.
Got any spare ones on it?
They don't last forever.
Have you set up power monitoring on it?
I mean, Ron would say you should have got a CMC pump, but Don't
A
listen.
TMC one.
Be fucking right.
I've got a TMC compact for my water change. It works quite nicely. I can't complain.
Sorry.
Can't complain. It does what it's supposed to do. It gets water from a container into my tank pretty quickly.
It could probably take my vomit into the toilet as well.
Why do you hate TMC so much?
I'm going to turn video back on for this. Everyone can jump back in now if you want. Why do I hate them so much? So, years ago, I got an account with a wholesaler, and the only electrical equipment I could actually access at wholesale prices was TMC. And I spoke to the rep of this wholesaler, and she sung their praises. And it was to be fair, it was brand new in the market, and it was when it was white and blue, I think the stuff was. And then, so I got a couple of return pumps for a big shop system, and then I got 4 power heads for the shop system, and then 2 of my friends then bought 4 power heads each, and within 8 weeks, 2 return pumps and 12 power heads were returned. Every single one failed.
You sure you didn't order it from Temu?
No, they were all from TMC. And the kicker of it is that not only did the pumps all seize, the magnets within the pump seized and became swollen, and the magnets on the actual through the glass section of the power heads also all expanded and all burst. So they replaced every single one, and out of the 12 replaced, 12 went back.
Wow. Oh, fair point.
So I said, stuff them up your arse. Give me my money back. And they refused. They said, no, we'll just send you like for like. So, does anyone want any TMC power heads?
Scooby.
Brand new, never used.
Scooby will take them.
So, I'm sorry, never.
If they go for cheap, I might consider it.
Well,
he found the right group.
Never in my life have I ever found a product that has had 100% fail rate.
Oh, really?
And I've had some shit cars. I've had some terrible stuff in my house, terrible brands, Tesco's own stuff that, cost a $5, and no, TMC, 100% fail rate. Sorry. Nope, not for me. So that's why I dislike the brand, and I will not be buying any more.
Well, you've got a good enough reason.
Yeah, but the more I speak to more reefers, the more I hear similar problems through the brand as well. But I do have one thing to say. I have a TMC return pump running from the 3rd replacement on my quarantine tank that has not skipped a beat for 3 years.
You've improved.
No,
until now.
Yeah.
I have an
Until right now.
Spectra in a box sitting for the second it goes. But
How is that not 100? Then how do you have 100% failure rate?
well,
99%.
failure rate. So on
That's
all
Chinese
of the
100.
items, on all of the items replaced, every
Like-
single thing then died again.
Yeah,
100%, right in the middle, right?
that's it.
100%.
Fucking
So, Ron, have you been invited to TMC's social media day?
Annual Christmas dinner.
Funnily enough, I think it got lost in the post.
They don't
Or they'll
want Scotland's
probably give
funniest
you-
coral farmer.
I just couldn't handle it.
They would probably give you the wrong address to make sure you don't turn up anyway.
Yeah. So anyway, after that tangent, does anyone have any other questions for Alberto? Now,
Okay, Scooby, what you're looking to add to the tank? Anything looking to add? Any additions? What you're looking to change?
Do you know what I reserved in the shop a couple of days ago, which I've sat at home for days watching videos? The blue-faced angelfish.
okay. Wow.
So if Purple
Brave.
Tang goes back, he's a juvenile, so he's tiny. So I'd get at least a couple of years out of him.
Beautiful fish.
Or
It
it
is-
until he's eat your fucking corals.
That's literally what they will want to eat as your corals.
Yeah.
But you see, when I actually got the angel that I have, that's what everyone said to me. And do you know what? They get fed 3 times a day. So apart from the Zoas, which I didn't want them
You're just trying
anyway.
to convince yourself now you're going to buy a fish that eats coral and you're going to put it in your tank and it's not going to eat coral. Every reefer in the world does that.
Yeah. Just sell it to yourself.
Lie into yourself, and we're all sitting there going, "Yeah, we'll see you in a month's time, mate." When it's
True
I told you. Well, I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll order the fish and a Niles fish trap. 50-50.
Just keep it inside it.
I thought you already had it on hold.
It's got his own little tank.
Well, he is on the hold, but it's the local fish shop. You know, if I tell him I don't want it, he would just sell it to someone else. I don't think he'll even give a shit. But I don't know. But
what's your wife think about that decision? Is she happy with that?
Yeah, the chromis, they only cost what, £5.40.
I'm not married.
And that too.
And that too, yes.
But we have a kid together, so we might as well be married. You know, all she keeps telling me is, "Oh, I need a ring. I need a ring." I keep bringing little man around. There's your ring right there.
Just flop it out on the table, do you? Is that...
Yeah, I mean, there's lots of directions this conversation can go now.
Yeah, there's a lot to unpack there.
You just point at your reef, just like that would have been a ring.
That would have been a ring.
You're just lucky that I am preoccupied right now.
Otherwise, you're a dead man.
Oh, he's already a dead man. No, I'm just kidding.
I genuinely apologize.
I promise you, I will find. I promise you, I will find out who your girlfriend is.
I will.
Shit like this
you down.
You know, it's words like this that send shivers down my spine.
Yeah.
Well, they should.
Rename you the Target. That'd be your new name.
Yeah.
Like
Dead Scooby's Reef. I didn't mean it. I promise you, it's all a joke.
Beth's gone full Liam Neeson now. Hunt you down and kill
I
you.
will find you.
Oh, sorry, Beth.
I have people all over.
I think Liam just made a new movie in like some Irish gangster hitman.
I just watched his most recent one where he was like an old boxer or something like that, and he gets.
I just watched one. He was a
Just get
hitman
to a
in
certain
Ireland.
age, and I think they realise they're going to die soon, and they just go, "I'm just going to make as many shit movies as I can."
Agreed.
Pound them out.
Well, he made. You know, it was NRA 1980, and I literally could understand everything they were saying because of what you guys say.
Yeah. See?
Yeah, it was like a different language. I was like, I walked away from it thinking, I understood the whole fucking thing, and it was all gibberish.
Was your wife looking at you going, "What?"
Yeah,
She didn't watch it with me.
It's all
She
English.
doesn't watch it.
I put a tremendous amount of effort into pronouncing stuff correctly.
Speaking
But
properly.
it wasn't the pronunciation; it was the slang. I understood all the slang.
Nice.
Yeah.
Was there boofing in it?
No boofing. No boofing.
But I'll give you the respect, Ron, because I don't think your accent is that strong. Because my partner's dad is Scottish.
Well, that's not how he talks in real life, though.
No,
is it not?
It's Spanish.
But when she first introduced me to her dad, he started talking to me, and I looked at her with a really blank look. I'm like, I don't understand a word this man said to me.
No,
she was literally my translator for a couple of weeks.
I do put quite a bit of effort in on here because I can't be fucked repeating myself. But one of the guys on here, Russ, he jumped on the PlayStation one night and we're playing Call of Duty together, and one of my Scottish friends joined the group we were in, and he said I went from Ron that he's known for a couple of years on Discord to who the fuck is this guy? He's like, no, I couldn't understand. You went from 0 to 100 miles an hour, and I didn't have a clue what you were talking about.
It was probably all Hogmanay and heroin, wasn't it?
What was that, John? You went all really muffled there.
Yeah, helicopter pilot mode.
It was all Hogmanay and heroin, wasn't it? You were talking about
Hogmanay and heroin. What a combo! Brilliant. So does anyone have any other questions for Alberto that aren't related to his partner and the castration that's going to be happening?
Yeah, that's the next video.
You know that fauna marine salt? What does that mix up at, like parameter-wise? Do you know?
KH it works out to be 8.4. Mag is 1380, and 450 calcium. It mixes it's really good salt.
I'm tempted because that's pretty close and it's cheaper than tropic marine.
100%. And as I said, the reason why it caused me to kind of divert, because I was using tropic marine, was the fact that you get an ICP test, which is what, 27 quid in a shop. So you're paying less than £50 for 25 kilos of salt. You can't argue with that.
Pretty good.
That noise is back, by the way.
Yeah, it is, isn't it? Yeah. Is that you, Steve? Are you fingering something?
He does keep giggling. He does keep giggling. He's like,
It is him. He's doing it on purpose.
It's on. It's on.
Spice, yeah.
Wasn't
I
the
was
fucking
giggling at
ring
the-
doorbell either. It wasn't a ring doorbell.
I was giggling at the video of Drippy on the Jolly Boys chat.
oh.
Sorry.
How rude, Steve.
Yeah, I was going to say
That is quite rude, Steve.
We haven't got your full undivided attention then, Steve, is that?
No, sorry, I was distracted.
He's taking Lee's place. Attention's
Oh, jeez. Urinator or whatever he fucking called himself last time. So, yeah.
I wasn't.
That fauna marine salt actually sounds all right, although having listened to Doug Dorrit talk about calcium and the level at which it precipitates, in particular, the white tide line you can get in your glass, which I definitely started getting above 450 on this tank. I try and keep mine below 400, so 450 is quite high for a salt straight out of the bucket.
But I do, that line you just mentioned, I do get that in my tank quite a lot.
Interesting. Because since I dropped to below 400, which was just before my third fucking tank arrived, I no longer have that tide line at all.
No, I
think the calcium was split in the seal?
Yeah, I was about to say that, Jim.
Let's go with that. Let's go with it. The seal of the seal.
Yeah.
He's not red
Baby
seal.
No, that's interesting. Because I wonder how much that salt is wholesaled. Because I've got an account.
Yeah, free ICP as well.
You do, yes.
I've never even seen this salt for sale.
Neither have I. I've never physically seen a bucket in my life.
Do you know it? I get it from Charterhouse Aquatics, but the only other shop that I've ever seen it in is that H2O Aquatics in Brentwood.
Oh, strange.
That's funny, that.
I've seen it every week when I walk past it in the shop. Yeah.
Have you? Really?
Yeah. Yeah, that's where I live, literally down the road.
What, in Brentwood? Oh.
Yeah.
No,
Walk the dog.
I do like Rachel a lot. She's a good girl. She's good advice every time I pop in.
So are you guys really close to each other then?
I live in Kent. But
Beth, you taking notes? Beth?
Whereabouts in Kent, Alberto?
I'm writing it all down.
I live
all
in
down.
Scotland.
Yeah.
All the way up the top.
Yeah. You want the latitude and longitude?
That's it.
There'll be a red
No,
dot frozen in.
I'm getting enough information off the interweb as we speak.
Fuck's sake. That is sinister.
I'm just kidding. God, calm down.
But yeah, the only reason
I
I
don't
go up
fucking care what you do.
Thank you. I do though.
Thank you.
No, you don't.
He's able to breathe.
There's going to be a knock on his door in a minute.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the
My ring
element of
doorbell's gonna
surprise.
go off.
You really think I would tell you if that shit was going to go down? Absolutely not.
I'm going to call it an airstrike.
This has definitely had a theme, this tour.
Yeah. Sinister.
Yeah.
Misogyny.
Guys from now.
I'm telling you, you
Yeah.
guys are better off without me on here.
Oh, don't be like that.
Never.
Oh, don't say no.
You thought you were excited that I was here today, huh?
I thought we were going to get some more T&V jokes.
Well,
Poor Brian. Poor Brian.
you, yeah, you can blame that on Scooby's Reef. He took that away.
Sorry, dude.
I had to shift. I had to shift out of that T and V for today.
Anyway,
Hopefully the next
All right, and moving on.
yeah,
Ron,
Alrighty then.
your calcium below 400.
yes,
What do you aim for then?
380.
380.
Wow.
That's low. I think that's
Yeah.
low.
I don't think
Yeah.
That's where I keep
anybody
mine
keeps
too.
it.
380,
380.
380, and the growth, the coloration.
All right. There's no need to show off.
Yeah.
What can I say?
We're baffing over his
Fucking
light in a minute.
dynamite. But I did
No,
get
that's good.
I did get a lot of precipitation.
So what are-
450.
What about Alkin Mag then? Sorry, I know this is not your tank tour, but you got me curious.
8.4 and 1350. Sometimes up to 1400. I don't worry about higher mags way better.
Yeah, nor do I.
What about pH?
8.1 to 8.6 now and again.
Oh,
Nice.
No.
Yeah.
No, you're making up. No. 8.6.
That's Chinese numbers.
Yeah.
well, mine's actually 8.53 right now.
Boom.
See, I would check that Apex Pro. I bet you. calibrated
without
bumble.
calc.
Yeah.
100%. I use an air scrubber, which there's also a line connected outside. So it's.
When was the last time you calibrated your probe?
I do it once a month.
Okay.
So
That's some Ron level OCD.
I do. I literally every month I have this little notepad of things that have to be done, and every month I calibrate both.
Top of the list, lie to your missus.
What? Yeah, what's on that list? I would love to know what's on that list.
You will never know. You will
No,
never
do as
See how
I'm
this
told.
conversation's gone? I'm going to keep that to myself.
Make sure to spill the tank.
Crank up pump.
Doesn't matter what we.
But even
talk
in
about.
the evenings, my pH, I think about 7 in the morning is what 8.3. I feel really blessed. I don't know what it is that I do, but my pH is always quite high up.
That's all that karma you've built up. That's what it is.
Well, and you're on the top floor, right?
I am, yes.
Yeah, because I hear people who have basement tanks, not the guys in the UK because they don't have basements, but
What's
the CO2 will like go all in the basement, like when they have people over and stuff, and it tanks their pH. So it's kind of interesting.
No, there's a window beside me as well. That window is always open as well.
Escape route.
Yeah, just ready to jump out.
It's his diving board.
Just in case I need it, it's already open.
Yeah,
Sat on the window still thinking about it.
It's funny. Talk about salt, straight to his partner. Talk about pH, straight to his fucking partner.
Yeah. All roads lead to
Yeah.
They all do in the end. They
your
all
not
do.
wife.
They all do. Yeah, not my wife.
Not to
So how often are you doing water changes and how are you performing them? Just manually into a bucket?
I've got a brute trash can. I've got two. So I mix 50 litres out, 50 litres in with my TMC compact pump. Happy day.
It's probably boosting your traces as well, that pump.
Probably.
Iron, copper, and chromium.
Heavy metal.
Lots of magnetism.
Yeah.
Chinesium.
That Chinese metal.
Should really check the state of the magnets on that pump live. That would just make my day.
What if they're intact?
What's that?
What if they're intact? Like the magnets, Ron. He checks them and they're looking fucking prime. Like he'll be like, "What?
That's not a TMC pump."
Yeah.
You're lying.
No.
It's a team you
100% failure rate. I got 5 running into fucking some.
You do the math.
Is it? Yeah.
You open a can of worms here.
Yeah. It's not fucking far off 100, that's for sure.
It's no far off.
Pieces of shit.
Near enough is good enough.
Does anyone have any other questions from Alberto? And if we don't, I'll wrap it up there and we'll move on to the live unboxing on Discord.
Yes, sir.
Cracking tank.
Nice tank, nice tank, Alberto.
As
Thank
lovely.
you.
Alberto,
Nice one, mate. Yeah.
Nice job.
Try my best.
Did great.
Normally I say,
Keep up,
and I
keep
can't
up that
wait-
honesty policy.
Normally
Honesty
I
is the
can't
way
wait
forward.
to see your next tank, but you've already told us you're dead. Well, I mean, after this, you're definitely not fucking getting one. So,
Can't wait to see the reset after you catch that purple out of there.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
no kidding.
I'll send you guys some pictures.
so I just want
Good
to
or bad? Good or bad? We're
Before
here.
we wrap up, I did this live last night on the Reefers Network, but I just want to say thank you to everybody for the donation from all the ReefyAF merch
Great
everybody
achievement.
bought. We got a handwritten thank you note from the Great Barrier Reef Foundation over in Australia, and some publicity stuff and things like that we can put up around the garden centre. So thank you so much. Absolutely amazing that you guys have done that. Anyway, thank you to everybody for joining. We don't have another tank tour booked in. So if you're watching this, please get in touch and let's get one booked in. But if not, salty banter next week. I'll get it booked in and I'll see you all then. Thank you so much to everybody for joining, and we will see you on the next one.
Thanks,
Thanks,
Alberto.
Alberto.
Bye.
Take care.
See ya.
Morning, Steve.
Hey, how you doing?
Good, man. You?
Yeah, not bad, thank you.
Just wrapping up some breakfast here.
Good, good.
Who are you planning on giving your breakfast as a gift to, Jordan?
Your mom.
Oh, she's already got her mouth full, sorry.
Beth is here?
Beth's here.
What the hell?
Hey guys,
How are
Hey,
you?
Beth.
Hey, hello.
I'm good. How's everybody here?
Oh, I mean, fine, not that you would fucking know.
I mean,
Yeah.
it's
Just
all right.
hiding out in your basement making quilts.
Actually, I'm in my third floor. I'm on the third floor today.
Oh.
This is where the quilts start.
And then they just fall down the stairs.
Yeah.
They're like Rapunzel out the window.
I just
Ride
toss
it
them down.
the stairs.
Hey, well,
Oh, that's right.
doing
That's
this
where I
fast.
keep my husband, and then I just throw the quilts downstairs, and I'm like, "Here, quilt this."
And we know you're not lying because on your tank tour he was down there.
I know.
Ron, are we camera on or camera off?
I'll be honest, I'm so disappointed in all of the tests I've done because they've made fuck all difference.
I thought you were going to say, I'm so disappointed in all of your faces. Yes, turn them off.
Yes, that's what I thought he was going to say. It's exactly what I thought he was going to go.
Didn't want to single you out, Steve.